Okay, first of all, I want to thank everyone for coming out for Shamona Mosley and her legacy and what she's leaving behind. And this is the 1 week anniversary of her death. And we want to remember her because we want to remember all lost loved ones due to domestic violence, because there are plenty. And one is too many, but there are a lot of domestic violence victims out there, and maybe we could save someone else's life. I'm not sure that this mic is working good and this is going in and out. It's going good? All right, so we're going to get started. I would like to bring Minister Charles Baldwin, who is also the chair of the Sherri Jackson Foundation. Okay, and he's going to, you come this way, because I'm not sure how this mic is going to work.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I just want to say thank you all for coming out this evening. You hear me? Yeah. Let's bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the honor and the privilege to be able to come to you this evening. We thank you just for who you are in our lives and what you have done to this point. Father, as we gather here tonight, we want to remember not only Shamona Mosley, but all of those who have lost their lives due to domestic violence. All of those that are here with hurting hearts, spirits down. Father, we pray that you just send your spirit to uplift us, uphold us, mend our broken hearts. Be with the family and the children, especially the children. Father, we pray that your spirit surrounds them, Lord, that you just hold them up, and all of those who are responsible for their upbringing and their care for Shamona's mother and her sisters and her brother. Father, we pray a special prayer for them on tonight. And Lord, we just pray that everything goes well and done decently and in order in your sight. We thank you once again. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Charles, so much. Also, I want to recognize, since Charles just spoke, recognize the board members of the Sherri Jackson Foundation, the ones that's here. If you're a board member, please raise your hand. We have Tammy Dove, who is the treasurer, and of course Charles Baldwin, who is the chair. Thank you all for coming. It means a lot to have you guys be a part of this organization. Okay, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Portia Shipman. I'm the founder and executive director for the Sherri Jackson Foundation for the prevention of domestic violence. This organization started approximately 11 years ago due to a friend of mine named Sherri Jackson, who lost her life to domestic violence. She went missing missing right after Thanksgiving in 2006. And 19 months later, her boyfriend, on a plea bargain, told them that he had buried her in the backyard of his mother's house. That plea bargain only gave him 13 years. 13 years for kidnap, beating, strangling, and burying my close friend in the backyard. We had to do more. More had to happen, and it did. So we started this foundation to make sure that no woman has to be left alone when she's dealing with domestic violence. A lot of times they are ashamed, they don't know what to do, they think they're going to be judged, and they just keep it all to themselves, just like Sherri did. And a lot of times her best friends, even her best friends, don't know how bad it is. So this foundation is here to remember lost loved ones of domestic violence. That's why we're here today. Shamona Mosley lost her life just a week ago. Unexpectedly, she came to work and she was killed by her estranged husband. She leaves behind 4 beautiful children. She leaves behind great friends, family members, co-workers who work with her side by side, customers who she waited on with a smiling face every time they met her. That's why I'm here, because of those customers. Those customers kept my phone ringing. They wanted to do something to remember Shamona Mosley. Let me just tell you, as of June the 3rd, North Carolina has 22 homicides as it relates to domestic violence. 8 are murder-suicide. As of last year, 52 homicides due to domestic violence in North Carolina. 16 were murder-suicide. This is real, everyone. The statistic speaks for itself. On an average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. During 1 year alone, this equates to more than 10 million people. Every 9 seconds in the United States, a woman is assaulted or beaten. Every 9 seconds. Intimate partner violence accounts to 15% of all violent crimes. 19% of domestic violence involves a weapon. This is the epidemic. And we are here to make sure that if someone listens to us, just one person who is going through the same situation as Shamona, will speak up, speak out, get help, tell her employer something is wrong. I'm scared, I'm afraid, I'm not sure what he's going to do, but his tendencies is leading to believe, for me to believe that he may hurt me and even kill me. It's okay to tell someone. Don't be afraid to tell them. And if they don't listen, tell someone else. And if they don't listen, tell someone else. Don't stop speaking. I would like to right now invite someone who is very dear to me. Her name is Katherine Johnson. Let me tell you a little bit about Katherine Johnson. Katherine Johnson is the executive director of the Guilford County Family Justice Center. We're gonna let that pass. The Guilford County Family Justice Center opened up in 2015. The Sherri Jackson Foundation started in 2008, right after we found her remains in the backyard of her ex-boyfriend's mother's house. When the Guilford County Family Justice Center opened up, I can't say how happy I was, because I know then that there is a place for victims who are going through domestic violence to go. This is a one-stop shop for domestic violence. And I'm not going to take your glory so you can explain, but I want you to know that there is a place in Greensboro, North Carolina for victims of domestic violence, and it's the Guilford County Family Justice Center. Me and Katherine has worked together. I love this lady, and she has supported this organization so strongly. And right now, I'd like for Katherine Johnson to come up and talk to you a little bit more about what the Guilford County Family Justice Center is all about.
Thank you, Portia. Unfortunately, we have stood here together too many times. Too many times have we honored those lives lost, because one life, as Portia said, is one life too many. And when someone dies as a result of domestic violence, it hurts the family at the core. And it hurts friends, and it hurts colleagues, and it hurts our community, because we are a community of one. And at the Family Justice Center, and Portia mentioned we opened in 2015, in 2013, and 2014, Guilford County led the state of North Carolina with the most number of domestic violence homicides. So our community knows best the pain that comes from those types of losses. And we have worked together. We have done outreach and education, and as a helper, and there's some of my staff from the Family Justice Center who support that mission each and every day, and there are people amongst all of us. All of us are part of that mission of building a safer, stronger community. And for us, we do that through helping survivors find pathways to hope and healing. And that is what this work is about, and that is what tonight is about. And so we take pause to remember Shamona Mosley, because she was a woman, she was a mother, she was a daughter, she was a friend, she was a sister, and her life mattered. And her life will continue to matter. And as the director of the Family Justice Center, I know I can speak on the behalf of 100 professionals representing over 20 agencies that work together in one place, in addition to all of the partners that we work with out in our community, saying that we are committed and we pledge to do all that we can to support survivors in seeking the safety and resources that they need, and holding offenders who commit these crimes accountable. So we remember Shamona. We give thanks for her life and for the legacy that will be created as we move forward together as one community. Thank you so much, Portia, for what you do.
All right, before I get started, is Ingram Bell here? Ingram Bell. Okay, no problem, no problem. The next person I would like to bring to the mic is Deborah Phelps. Deborah Phelps.
Okay, it's Deborah Brito Alu. You can think it's my maiden name.
Deborah
Brito Alu.
Brito Alu. I call her Deborah Phelps, but we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone. But she's gonna come because she's one of the members of the Premier Federal Credit Union who actually reached out, and she puts beautiful posts out about Shamona all the time on social media. And she's going to speak on behalf of the members and customers of Premier Federal Credit Union. Also with her, who I would like to stand with her, Tim Henderson. Is Tim here? Tim Henderson. I would like for you to stand alongside Deborah as she speaks and talks to the family. And right now we have the sisters, but talks to the co-workers about what Shamona meant to you guys as you guys visit the bank. Okay.
Just go ahead.
Okay, I want to let everyone know that I have been a member of Premier Federal Credit Union for over 25 years. I didn't know Shamona personally, but I knew her by coming to the bank every week, every Friday. I would come to the bank, and sometimes I would come through the weekdays too, but I always loved seeing Shamona's face because she would always greet me with a smile and be very polite. And she would always tell me how beautiful my nails was. But anyway, I just want to say, I was just hurt when I heard that Friday morning, a week ago, someone texted me, and then someone texted me that worked at the bank and told me what had happened. But Shamona was a beautiful and a loving and caring person, and her customer service was excellent. But I just want to let everyone know, and especially when it's concerning domestic violence, like Portia said, please, let somebody know what you're going through, because I wish I had known Shamona personally, because I'm the type of person, I just come out and talk to you about your personal life and everything. So, but Shamona, may your soul rest in peace. And I know that all your family members are hurting, because I'm hurting myself, and I didn't even know her personally.
They made some shirts. They made some shirts in honor of Shamona.
Hi guys. Okay. So I hope everyone can hear me. I wrote a speech on what to say. It took me all morning what to say, but something's been heavy on my heart, so I'ma just wing it. And I promise I'm not gonna take too long, but I wanted to share something real personal that not even these Shabri or Jesse know, but going into my second year working at Premier, I remember me and Shamona had invited me out to Red Lobster. And I felt like I could tell her anything because that's just the type of spirit and vibe that she gave all of us. So I was dealing with some really heavy stuff, and nobody knows outside my family, but I was in a domestic violence relationship as well. So I told her about it, and she gave me some really good advice. And I heard it, but I still didn't apply what she said. And it wasn't until later on that I feel like Shamona had showed not just me, but Jesse and Bree and everyone at Premier how to be a strong woman and not be apologetic about it. She taught us how to stand strong with authority and strength. She was our hero. I mean, we went to her for everything. I mean, anything and everything you could think of. Shamona showed us pure love, and we saw that through how she treated her children. She would bring her kids to, you know, her job or our job, and the way that she spoke to them, the way that she laughed with them is something that, it was just magic, like you just had to be there. And the way that her kids would laugh with her and talk to her and play with her back was pure evidence of how of a wonderful woman she was and a mother she was to her children. Shamona was and always will be our friend, our sister. We called her the mother of the group because that's just how she was. That's what we thought of her. And we loved her so much. There's nothing that we wouldn't have done for her. She was a hard worker. She worked hard for her kids. Her kids were everything. And I remember when we were also working at Premier, she would ask us, well, what kind of party should I throw? You know, party theme, or what type of photo shoot should I do with the kids? I mean, she always thought about the kids, and so she was a wonderful example of how to be a woman, how to be a strong woman, how to stand in your truth, how to stand in your ground with authority and not be afraid, you know, not back down to whatever came at you. And I just thank God for her so much because she was magic. She was magic. If y'all knew her, you would know her laugh, her personality. She helped anybody, didn't matter who it was. And we love her so much, and it's just hard to accept that she's gone, but I know that she's in a wonderful place, and I know that she's looking down on us right now, and I just hope and pray that she continues to sparkle her magic, you know, around us every single day. And I promise, and we all promise, that we're not going to let her name die nor her memory die, because she deserves to be told over and over and over again. Her name deserves to be said and spoken of every single day, every single year, every single holiday. And we promise to do that. So thank you. And
I worked with her for 3 years.
There she goes.
And it's a big loss. She was family, and we feel it. She was so loving and so kind and so funny and just humble, and I miss that.
We at the Sherri Denese Jackson Foundation, with the help of Deanna Daniels and her beautiful co-workers, are going to start the Shamona Mosley Children's Purple Education Fund Drive.
Oh, wow.
We're going to have a fund drive set up annually. This is how we're going to remember her, through her children.
My sister was everything.
Big voice.
She didn't deserve what happened to her. All she was doing is going to work and taking care of her kids like she normally did. And because this person felt hurt or rejected by her, he took it upon herself to take her life. And no, you're not going to get away with that. Because even though you're not here, we're still going to celebrate her life. even more. We're gonna make known to the whole world what my sister was about and what she stood for. And that's why I'm here today. My sister was a mother, she was a friend. So many people loved her so much. But like I said, we focus on the kids. Just trying to make sure that they're okay. So that's all we have right now. And I know she's in heaven. She's looking down on us. And we're taking care of your kids because we know how picky you are about your kids. So every day I'm checking. Oh, is the socks matching? Is the pants? Is the shirt? Is the hair done? I'm trying. You know, we're trying. So you know, we're doing it. We can't be you, but we're trying our best. And we just want you to know that we love you so much. She's loved. She's loved. Just don't know how much this has affected so many people. And this gun violence has to stop.
Yes.
It has to stop. She's not the only one. But God, please, let's make it so that she's the last one. I just want everybody to know that she was everything to us. She stood for a lot. She tried to help people. She would go out of her way. You're talking about a person, even if she didn't know you, if you were stranded, if you were stuck, if you needed money, she would give it to you. She was an angel. Like, I don't understand. She was an angel. I just want to say I thank everybody for all the prayers and the condolences. We appreciate it. It means so much. And like I said, my sister was everything to us. Everything. He took somebody that mattered. He's a piece of shit. He took somebody that mattered. He said, oh, Jesus.
You did good.
Jesus.
You did good.
I'm standing here today for my baby sis. And I want her to know that I love her so much. And we all love her and miss her so much. And our kids are constantly asking about her. It's so hurtful, it's so painful. All right.
You can be right here with her, right?
She wasn't a bad person. She was good. Oh, God. It hurts so bad. It has to stop. This gun violence has to stop. He wasn't even supposed to have a gun. This person had a felony in New York. Why is he allowed to carry a gun? What my sister was doing was sitting there about to go to work for her kids, so she could have money to feed them and clothe them and take them to their trips. Because she was the parent, she was the active parent. She's the one that did all the gymnastics stuff, took them to the gymnastics, the dancing classes. She did everything. She was really a superwoman. You want to she was really that person. She made sure she just kept going. She kept pushing. She kept pushing. And I love her strength. She was so young, but she was so strong. So young, but so strong. And I love her. My whole family is just devastated. And we love her so much. And I just want her to know that we're going to always take care of those kids no matter what. No matter what.
Thank you. Thank you. Round of applause. Go see, I think she just changed her mind. Let's see.
Yeah, she kind of,
Go see. You can talk to her. She's we're right here for her to say something. I want you to know that Shamona Mosley had a 1-year-old son named Noah, EJ. They call him EJ, Noah. She had a 5-year-old daughter named Ava. She had a 6-year-old daughter named Sky and an 11-year-old daughter named Peyton. Virginia Crawford is her mother. Lakeisha Thomas, who you just heard, is her big sister. Lashina Serrano, who we hope gets some words, but if she doesn't speak, we know what she feels. And Larry Crawford was her brother. She has tons, from what I heard, of family members. She had tons of family members and, of course, friends. I want to thank the Civil Rights Museum for allowing me to do this at the last minute to have this Candlelight visual here, because this is a civil rights issue. Domestic violence is a civil rights issue. I want to thank my friend, Rasheen Kilo. He didn't think I was going to say this, but I have to thank this man because whenever I have something, he's there. He's always there. He has an organization that's called Save the Arts. In lieu of flowers, you can bring flowers too, and any items of food or clothing, please mail it to the Downtown Impact Center, which is Sherri Jackson Foundation, which is 125 South Elm Street, or use the Cash App that we just started for her mother today. And it means, I'm telling you, to do that Cash App, we was really rolling. But the Cash App is $B Crawford 9558. Cash App $B Crawford 9558. It's going to take a while for the children. The children. What about the children? Yes. She's got a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
My sister, she wanted to say something, but she can't right now. So I'm gonna say a couple of things that she, wanted me to say. No problem. So I wanted to say with my sister Shamona and what her story is about. She was married to her husband. He cheated on her. She said, I'm not dealing with this, I'm not taking this anymore. She filed for divorce. It was finalized. She had full custody of the kids. He had visitation rights. So this was so unexpected for my sister because in her eyes, everything was okay. Like the divorce was finalized. He stalked my sister because the same day he went to my niece's school and he was in a different car. The car that was at the scene was a rental car. So my sister had no idea. He ambushed my sister. And my sister thought everything was cool, the divorce, but I guess in his mind, oh, you're not gonna take me back, then I guess I'm gonna kill you. This is how gun violence, and this is how violent this man was. And he, like I said, he had a charge in New York, and he was able to get a gun in North Carolina. Why? Why? But my sister, like I said, she didn't deserve this. He actually stalked her. And now these people want to get on social media and try to act like this person loved my sister. He didn't love anybody. He didn't even love his kids. Because you know what? If you loved your kids, why don't you just take your own stuff? If you can't deal with the fact that my sister said she was done with you, bye. Take your own stuff out. Why are you gonna kill your kid's mother so they won't have a mother? Like, no one can take care of them like their mother. So I'm not getting this. So another thing is just like, this shows the kind of mentality this person had. He didn't love nobody but himself. And his mother and his sisters were behind everything as well. They bullied my sister. I found out later on they was harassing her. The mother kicked her out the house with the kids. And my mom had to come down here. So don't get on social media trying to act like your son was this special guy or this special person that loved his kids and my sister. He was a devil. That's what he was. Evil. So get off the social media saying all these things about my sister. His mother and his sisters know what they did to my sister. They harassed her and bullied her. And thank God my mother was down here. Because he probably would have killed all of them, including the kids. Because I found out later on that he said he was going to kill everybody in the house. And the mother knew that. And her dumb ass going to try to come get the kids and bring them to her. This has to stop. You parents that's raising these sons, come on. Like, it's not okay that you condone what he did. It's not okay that he took my...
At this time, we're going to do the balloon release in remembrance of Shamona and what she brought to everyone that's here and the life that she's going to save that's not even here. We're going to take her name and we're going to put it all over the place. We're going to remember her. Ain't that right, Catherine?
Right.
Your soul is free. Your soul is free. The fear, the pain, the suffering has finally gone away. The tears that fell like rain are replaced with sunny days. Your soul is free in heaven, and with angels, there you roam. We will never forget you, Shamona Mosley, and all that you brought to your friends and your family. We will let your children know how much you cared about them. They will never forget their mother. She has a wonderful family, I mean a close family. And she did not deserve to die. If you're gonna kill yourself, kill your damn self, sorry. But don't take nobody else's life. Too much happens that way. He could have easily went into that bank that morning and shot up the bank, because that's what happens in cases of domestic violence. Shamona saved y'all lives. She saved her children's life by moving 2 weeks before all of this happened. She went to a safe place to protect her children. But what she didn't do and what she did not know to do is let those know at the workplace that how dangerous he was. We're gonna make sure that workplace violence, when it relates to domestic violence especially, is taken care of. We're gonna do something. So with that being said, I would like for you guys, I know the street, but I'm getting ready to tear that street up right now and stop traffic. Because I want the balloons to soar. I want them to go up. So, I know, no, we're gonna, yes, no, we can just move out. Yes, out further, in the streets, please. Stop the traffic, Deborah, you can do it. I know, they're working there. Can I get a balloon?
It's my man. What's up, brother?
I'm good.
How you doing? Good. Got that roll for you, man.
All right.
I'm working on that.
Everybody got a balloon? Captain, you got your balloon. I want you to have a balloon. Make sure Captain Johnson has her balloon, please. If you're nobody else, please, I want you to have a balloon with me.
Will you come
Please.
this way?
Oh, I'm in front of you. That's what you received. Thank you so much. On the count of 3, we're going to release balloons.
It's okay.
And as we release these balloons, we're going to say her name real loud on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Shamona! Shamona!
just say and spell your first and last name and your relation to Shamona for us, for the record. I'll hold that. No, I didn't. Spell it, Keisha Thomas. Keisha, you've been here at the Candlelight Vigil, focusing on domestic violence. What is something you want people to know about your sister?
And the Lord prayed when I was born, my sister was a mother first. She had a 4 beautiful children, and some animal took her away from us. She was the most kind person. She would do anything for anyone. I didn't know that's just how her heart was. She was a strong woman. She did everything she could for her children. And whenever you met her smile said it all. Like she just so full of life. She was just so cheerful. She was so brave, so strong. So much.
I understand, like you're definitely getting emotional. This is sad. You lost a sister. Tell me, what's your biggest frustration with the way she left this earth?
My biggest frustration is that the person that killed her had no right. Like, who did he think he was? He's not God. How can you take somebody's life because you feel rejected? My sister took your bullshit long enough. She left you. You felt rejected, and that's why you took her life. Because you was in your emotions that you took her life. You're not God. This person wasn't God. He's a piece of shit. And his mother, she was an enabler. His sisters, they were a part of it as well, because they bullied my sister and they harassed her. They knew exactly what their son and brother was about. His mother kicked my sister out the house with her children. She said, leave, leave, leave. My sister did just that. And then your son go and do this and kills her? What about her children? Like, that's an animal. There's no justice. He's a coward. He took his life because he knew what he was doing wasn't right. He stalked my sister. That's my biggest frustration, because we lost an angel. He was a piece of shit, but we lost an angel. My sister would help anybody. She didn't, like I said, she didn't have to know you. She was sweet, she was kind. She was full of life, full of joy. She would listen. She was a good listener. Anybody had any problems, they could go to her, and she would listen to them. She would make them laugh. She would make them laugh. You can be so sad, but she can brighten up your day. And I'm gonna miss that. I'm gonna miss that. I love my sister. How dare you take away my sister? You don't have that right. That's my biggest frustration. Those kids don't have a mother. They don't have their mother. They don't have nobody. My sister, she was the only parent that they knew. She did everything for them. They don't have her to hug them. No more kisses. My sister playing my niece, she's 11. She playing her sweet 16. Or every time when she just thought about her kids, she's playing way in advance. Oh, I'm gonna buy my daughter a car. But my niece don't have that. And how dare his mother and his sisters go on social media and try to make it seem like he was this angel. His son wasn't an angel, he was a monster. A monster. And you let him get away with it because there were signs and you knew it. You enabled him. There was many other kids had. You know, it's bad enough that they lost their mom. So by all these people helping my nieces and my nephews, I'm just so grateful. And I just thank God, because it goes to show how good my sister was. This is what happened. My sister was a good person. And that he can't take away. He'll never be able to take that away. Never.